Howdy. Hello. Welcome to a third episode of the Behind the Picture podcast. I'm Drayden, and this is Ian, and that's T. But you already knew that. So, today we're going to be talking about all the trips that Big Picture goes on, and a little bit more about exhibition and prepping.
So every Friday for our school, every month, we go on a trip to the college called SUNY Morrisville, and we take that college trip to check out different courses and different tours, and we also get to check out the dining hall, which is my personal favorite.
When I went to Morrisville, I went in the video game and tech department, which we learned about the global game jam, and that the game and tech department is actually a pretty recent new addition to Morrisville. And we got to play some games that the students have made, and we gave our feedback on them and what they could improve, what we liked about it.
The video game department was very interesting, and like Drayden said, it is a fairly recent addition to the SUNY Morrisville College. What I got from it was that the professor there allows the students to learn about programming and game making, and then at the Global Game Jam, they are to be partnered up with three people, I believe. And they are to make a game within 48 hours, which is kind of hard.
Ian, what'd you guys do in the nursing department?
We got to check out very realistic mannequins, and we also checked out the different rooms and the different scenarios and environments that the nursing majors get to check out. And we learned about that they actually do have to do an internship out in the medical field.
After that, we went to the rec center and played a few sports for a while we waited for lunch to happen. Some people played badminton or pickleball, or some other people played basketball, while others went and played volleyball. A reason we like to go to SUNY Morrisville is so students can see and all the opportunities they have and see if they can choose one of their passions. Like maybe one of their passions are there and they really like it, or maybe like they don't even know their passion. We had to go to SUNY Morrisville and they're like, oh, maybe I want to do this.
Like somebody wants to do photography, somebody wants to do like our example, tech. Somebody wants to make music. They explore those little niche interests in what you want to do in the future, and they expand on that, and they give you more opportunities, more options. SUNY Morrisville is a school that, kind of like Big Picture, just opens up doors and windows for you.
One of the interesting things is that our school is connected to what we call the STEP program, which is a student funding program. So here in our school, we do exhibitions, and in our exhibitions, we do projects. And often those projects, you need money.
They fund our projects.
I built a guitar stand. STEP funded that and bought me wood and guitar parts and guitar gadgets, guitar picks, capos, guitars, not guitars.
Thank you, Step. Love you, Jamie.
So a super cool thing about Morrisville is that I was kind of pre-exposed before coming to Big Picture, because I was invited to a summer STEP program, which was robotics and technology at the Morrisville campus. It included going to different parts of the campus, going to lectures, building robots, playing VR. It was a super cool experience, and I think the biggest purpose of that was to kind of show what this school is.
So at the end of every trimester, we do presentations and exhibitions where our family comes in to see what we have done and worked on this trimester, and we present it to our class, our family members. And afterwards, we tend to have a little meeting with our family and our advisor to tell them how our trimester was and what we can improve upon. And you can pick your own exhibition, what you want to work on for the trimester. It can either be like you can like do from bracelets to like making like a welding to like designing something or making a game. Like anything's open for an exhibition as long as you're passionate about it and it's rigorous enough.
So with exhibitions, they're not like, it's not like a test, they're not grading you on what you did do. It's more of it's a celebration of what you did. It's not, you didn't do this good enough. It's, well, look what you did. Good boy, yeah.
So my exhibitions have all mainly been focused on my internship, which has been culinary, and now this. So my first few exhibitions focused on my culinary roots. I made cornbread, I made a Three Sisters stew, and I've made schoon dogs. I did make grilled cheese. I did a lot of breakfast themed foods. So I made pancakes with different flavors and toppings. I made grilled cheeses with different styles and ways of grilling them and such. And this year's exhibitions, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on the project, but it's going to be heavily wood burn themed because I found my place in the wood burning field.
So last year for my last project of the year, I actually created the little song in the beginning of the first episode back when T and Drayden were just doing it by themselves and they were interviewing Lenny. I created that little guitar tune. I had to use BandLab to record everything, so I had to learn about how to use the software, and it also taught me to really self-advocate and to also communicate a lot, because I meet with these knuckleheads and show them like, hey, I made that, and I say, what do you want me to change? Till the end of the year, I was with them during the podcast.
Hey, my name is Logan.
He's a 101.
Yeah.
Alright, so Logan, what are you doing for your exhibition this trimester?
Who Am I project. The Who Am I project is kind of saying how it made you who you are now in the timeline of today.
Yeah, and it's something like, it shows like who you are and like who your type family is and what you like to do in your free time, like your passions, what you want to do for your career. And yeah, it's really just figure out who you are.
Yeah, especially with the future map, because the past map is like a lot more easier because you're thinking about more so what you did in the past that made you who you are. The Who Am I project is more of, not the ordinary project, is you more so finding out about yourself. The future map does a big part of that because I didn't know what I wanted to do in the future. So I thought about that, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make syrup afterwards, and that's a good passion.
So the cool thing is about making maple syrup here is that the Sap Shack has been such a part of our school for actually a little while. Last year we had a senior, Bruce. He led the Sap Shack and he tapped the trees up in the woods, up by the track. He would tap the trees and he'd get the sap, he'd bring it down, he'd boil it, and then he'd bottle them up and sell them. Or, use them for the culinary class. And it left, the cool part about it is it left such an impression on the school, because I believe one of the kids in my class, Bowden Knucklehander, really wants to explore that because he worked with Bruce last year a lot and learned the process of making maple syrup, and it's getting to that season.
Being a 101 and presenting your first project is scary. You feel very vulnerable being up there in front of the whole class. Like, a lot of times you don't even really know them that much because you may not be friends with them. You may be completely new students. Maybe like, who knows? You may not know your full advisory, but doing the Who Am I, your first project, and then like going up and then presenting, it's definitely scary. But like after that, you really realize there's a lot scarier and a lot more intimidating than it really is. The Who Am I is about figuring who you are yourself. It isn't for everyone else to know who you are. You're trying to figure out who yourself are.
It's about who you are at that time, is to show who you are at that moment. It's not for people to learn about you. It's actually, to me, it was learning about yourself, learning about what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are and how you can improve. So, dude, I saw you were outside with person who does welding.
That's Jacob the welder.
Right, Jacob the welder. You were working on something. What were you
Yeah.
working on?
So I actually worked on this. So this is a cross. With welding, there's a lot of different types of welds you can do, and there's an art to welding. He showed us the different type of movements and techniques, and then yeah.
Oh, thank you, Logan.
Thank
for
you,
coming on the
Logan.
podcast.
Thank you so much for coming on the show here. Appreciate you.
Hello, In this section, we're going to be interviewing a formal one about their SDP and their past exhibitions.
Hi, my name's Jaden. I'm a senior at Big Picture, and I'm working with younger children and the psychology behind them.
What are you doing to explore your interests?
Well, I currently go to BOCES for half of the day, so I work with kids at the daycare setting there. And for one of my past projects, I looked into the child psychology more and how their brain works.
For your previous exhibitions, one of our questions was, what do you do to prepare yourself for your exhibition or project coming up?
I just kind of try to get like the best support I can from my teachers, like if I'm struggling. Daphne's helped me a lot in the past, like organizing my stuff before exhibitions, so I'm more ready to present.
What are you looking to do after high school with these things you're learning?
I'm planning on maybe going to OCC and studying early childhood education and possibly becoming a teacher after that, like toddlers and pre-K age.
What would you say is like your most rigorous but your favorite project you've ever done?
Probably my STP that I'm doing right now. I'm trying to earn money for this foundation called Kaylee's Kisses, and it's a foundation that raises awareness to grieving kids and helps take like grieving kids on trips and stuff, so to help with their spirits and make them a little happier. So I'm trying to sell some bracelets to make money for that.
How did you first find out about this foundation that you're raising money for?
Last year at BOCES with the kids I taught, one of the little boys, his mom had passed and his grandma created the foundation to raise awareness. Working with kids has just always made me happy and been something I'm passionate about, like, because if you're having a bad day, like, they're always just there to cheer you up.
Thank you. I really appreciate you taking time with us.
Thank you for having me.
So another interview. We're here with Maddie. Say hi.
Hi.
What do you got planned for this exhibition?
Well, this exhibition's just progression of my STP project. So I'm just letting everyone know how I've been doing and what I've been doing.
And what exactly is your STP project?
It's called Mental Health Meetups. I get together with kids in the school and we do fun activities to get everyone together.
What have you been doing to prepare for your exhibition?
I've been asking a lot of permission from adults like Susan and Jason Ryan, and trying to find people to cover and supervise, and also a place to do all of these activities. I'm doing a bracelet making day where we just make fun friendship bracelets or whatever, and then we have slime day where we're gonna make slime. And for the seniors, I'm doing cookie decorating during Christmas time. And I might do a movie night as well.
What are your goals with this mental health meetup?
Just to bring everyone together and let people know that they have people around and they can talk freely. And it's a safe space. Last year we talked about it with Jess. We kind of made it up because I took a psychology class and I'm all about mental health. So we figured it would be fun. For Loretto, I did activities with like the elders and made them happy.
What's the hardest part of setting up like the mental health meetup, or like getting it set up?
Having like supplies, figuring out like the days I can do it and the times I can do it. I'm making a slideshow slide and I'm sending it to Jason Ryan and he's putting it on the TVs. And I'm just also gonna text all my friends and tell them to show up.
What are your plans for after high school?
I'm going to college to become a nurse, so 4 years of schooling.
Where's like your dream place to work at for like nursing and stuff?
Pediatrics, so either in a doctor's office or the peds floor on a hospital.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of this podcast.
Hello, This is the banter section of our podcast. In this part, we discuss fun topics or topics. Today's topic is, what project would we do if we had no limitations? Let's start with Drayden. What are you thinking?
I think I would try to build a better community center for the res, and maybe even build a new box since the other one's going apart, and maybe put a long ball field in there for people that to do long ball. The reservation is a place where all Native Americans live, and it's only actually reserved for Native Americans. And it's actually its own sovereign nation. It's not part of the U.S. So it has its own like little government that it runs on.
So my project would probably consist of definitely either doing like a fundraiser for maybe like child advocacy, like the Ryan McMahon Child Advocacy Center, which helps children who are struggling through either, any form of abuse, because I feel like kids need to be heard a lot more. So my project would definitely be either getting more fundraising for it or making a better student advocacy center in the school, like a safe place that's other than talking to a guidance counselor, something either more in depth or like a hangout spot, so it's multiple multiple things.
My project would definitely be making new drums every year for the Longhouse and some new rattles. That would be great. It also would bring a lot more of our singing ways back to the community, and it would probably encourage people to join the singing society, keep our language going and our culture.
One of the most recent trips one of the advisories went on, which actually happened to be me and T's advisory, with Greg the Scott. We went out to Baldwinsville, to Beaver Lakes, which is a nature spot. It's a park. It's a park, right? You can go walking there. So we decided to go take a breather, go relax. So we went on a walk at Beaver Lakes. We went out, walked through the woods, and I actually got to know Scotty a little bit better, and took some pictures of the surrounding area, with the trees, and more trees, and different kinds of trees.
The trip to Beaver Lake was refreshing. I enjoyed it. It cleared my mind. We got to see some natural wildlife. I got to see a frog. I like frogs. And we took a picture in a hollowed out tree.
After the trip of Beaver Lakes, we were blessed to go to the Salt City Market. What was that? Downtown Syracuse. And there's different kinds of options of food. There's different kitchenettes in there, and different businesses.
It was a wonderful place with wonderful experiences. I really enjoyed the fact that I got to eat the kitchens that I perused. They were very diverse.
Last year for photography, I went to the Salt City Market, and there was an elder, a native, that came in, and they were teaching the last year seniors how to make some bread. And it was about Native culture, about Native Americans.
So cornbread in our way is usually, it was originally one of the old foods. Traditional making of the old-fashioned cornbread is roll up the dough, beans, and some corn grains. Throw it in a pan and you let it boil over an open fire, and you have cornbread.
Wow, that was a wonderful episode, was it not, guys? They clearly agree. Thank you so much for you guys for watching. Smash that subscribe button and the like button, hitting those comments, and tell me what your credit card number is and the special little numbers on the back. We also would appreciate a lot of feedback, even though I don't like criticism. T, Drayden, I love you boys, but end us off, T.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the other side of the frame.
Darn tootin'.
Those were amazing interviews, weren't they?
Yes, they were. They were incredible.
Amazing! I loved it!
Let me try. Eat your thing on camera.
Okay. I don't remember.
Cry about it.
Did I shoot a boba at Scotty? Yes, I did.
As you can see, we lost the wild Scotty. We're using his natural call. Get.
Roll Tide!
Woo! We did it, boys.